Hey, everybody, welcome back to the No Cover TV podcast. Look who's in the house. Mr. Fringe is in the house. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're going to get into it with him. We're going to have a crazy show, just like the one we had a while back that was on Spotify. It's still there, the interview show. So go to all those old shows that are on Spotify, which are now on YouTube, plus all the great video interviews we do. And I want to thank all of you for checking out the show. We bring in all genres, all age groups, and all over the world. It's a great thing. It's a great thing. So, you know what I got to say first, people? I don't know if Mr. Friends remember my three favorite words: support, support, support. Support these artists. Go to their shows. That's right. You pay a cover charge if there is one. Get to that swag table. Get yourself a T-shirt, a hoodie, album, CD, keychain, coffee mug. It goes on. They get to the stage. Enjoy that show. See if you can stay afterwards and meet these guests. They're unbelievable. They're just amazing. And get their autograph. You just never know what's going to happen with these artists. And, you know, these artists love doing what they're doing. Put a smile on your face, and your smile kicks back right there to the artist, and they smile. Yes, it's a great thing. So, yes, Mr. Fringe is in the house from the Lunatics Fringe. I'm glad, so happy he's here tonight, I should say, on a Sunday evening. We're enjoying this. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing absolutely fantastic. There's no person I'd rather be with tonight. Big Al. I call you Big Al. You know?
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. So I was looking forward to us hanging out because we had such a great time on our last interview, which was just a recording, but it wasn't video like this. But this is great. We get to meet each other face to face. We get to get even crazier this time around. Yeah.
I'm meeting you in an alley right now. I don't know if you see. Hopefully nobody bugs us. Hopefully nobody mugs us, you know. I'm in the middle of an alley, and I thought this is the most private place. I don't know. Somebody might come around, but
well, you never know what kind of.
So party you know, brother. Party.
Exactly. There's some great characters in the alley, so people go ahead and walk down a dark alley. You just never know who you're going to meet.
Well, I've met many great people in an alley, but we won't talk about that today.
Well, that's another story, another subject, I think. But Mr. Fringe, I think you're going to open the show with a nice toast with your. He's got yellow wine. Now you got to talk to me about this.
You know what? I'd love for them to sponsor us. This is Yellowtail Wine. It is.
There we go.
I don't know if you grew up in church. They used to have like Minishevitz. This is like $2 a bottle under that.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's really cheap stuff. Then I throw a little bit of Dr. Pepper in it to give it that 23 flavors, you know?
23 flavors.
Yeah.
On top of the white wine, and he's enjoying it with a straw. A great way to drink wine.
That's right. Grain straw.
It's a great stuff. So, Mr. Fringe, we haven't talked in a while. What's new, brother? What's new, man?
Well, you know, I thought that you would have all the questions today. You know, I've been keeping an eye on you just as much as you've been keeping an eye on me and my band. You know?
Oh yes,
I've been keeping an eye on you, and you've had some pretty interesting guests or some pretty interesting people that you've highlighted or whatever. I want you to talk about that first. Tell me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be leading this interview, Big Al, but I just want. Since we met last, I want to know about what you've been doing and the big things that have been coming your way. Because I mean, it's not as big as what we're about to do today, but you know, you got some pretty big stuff coming your way. I mean, again, we keep a watchful eye on you. You are in my top 3 favorite interviews of all time, and it wasn't even video. So
it wasn't even video.
Just please, if anything else, if you don't do it, you know, just give me a rundown of the last time before I talk with you. Tell me what you've been doing. Tell me what you've been up to. Tell me about the artists and the ones that you've liked that have come across your path.
All right. Let's see if we wrap this up real quick. We haven't chatted for quite a while. In between, I've been interviewing all artists, all ages and genres all over the world. And I don't get a day off, it seems. I've been doing this 5-6 days a week since we stopped talking, getting all those interviews out there. And now that it's video, it's great because it's like being on TV again. I get to face the artist face to face. And a lot of great music. I'm not going to put my finger on who's my favorite and who's the worst out there because I just can't do that. You know that, Mr. Fringe.
That's all right. But, well, you know, at the end of the interview, if you want to say who's your favorite, you know, I'd be fine with that. But, you know,
Yeah,
Depends on how the
could
interview
probably
goes,
do
right?
that. You're right. Depends on the interview. It could do that. But I think the one special thing that stands out is I won the fifth year award here in Grand Rapids, Michigan for Business of the Year, Studio
I
Entertainment. I
saw
love
that. I saw that. How long ago was that?
it. Just about 6 months ago, I got that.
I
Yeah.
was gonna say, it was gonna be like I would have guessed like 6 or 7 months. Again, we've been keeping an eye on you. I saw it about a half year back. Man,
No, appreciate it.
congratulations!
Well, thank you. So, enough of me, my friend. It's about you. I want
You
to
got
pick right on you. Oh, I nailed him last time. Well, let's get Mr. Fringe under the bus this time. All right, brother. You're busy, okay? But before I get to that,
yeah.
I don't know how far I want to jump back. Now, you started this project, was it 2000 or 2016?
See, you have to understand. I'm an old man. Um, uh, uh, I don't really have the memory that other people in my band might have. So refer back to our previous interview and whatever I said then. That's probably what it is. You know.
And it's funny because I do have it right here. I do
There you
have it
go.
right here. There it is,
So
right
what do
there.
you say? 2016? That sounds correct.
That sounds about correct. I think I'm right. I'm always right. So, yeah, I think so, my friend. Definitely. Now, Mr. Fringe, you've got a lot going on. And with the Lunatics Fringe, you're all very busy with the music. And these gentlemen, people, whatever you want to call Mr. Fringe, yeah, don't call him a mass murderer. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway,
What is that? Why would you
you're
even put that out there?
because
All
you're in
right.
an
You know
alleyway.
what? Yeah,
You're in
I
an
know.
alley.
It's true. It's true. You know,
Yeah,
it's true. All
yeah.
right.
There's some ruffians that hang out there, man. Got to be careful who you talk to.
It's true. I've met a couple since before we got on the podcast, but go ahead.
I bet you did, Mr. Fridge. So, Mr. Fridge, you guys been busy with music, and of course, these gentlemen they have a. I don't even know if I want to call it a comic book because it's more of a storybook.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
You know
and I've
what?
been
That's a good way of putting it.
okay, good, cool. Because I've been keeping an eye on you and the storybook and everything. I'm not sure where I want to start. Should we go to some music, what you guys have been up to? Because isn't there a new release out?
I would love if you started with that. Absolutely. Big
All
out.
right.
There is a new release that we just released a couple days ago. This is
No.
our third album that we've released. It's called Threatening the Order. We got a comic book that is also out on our website. It's the Lunatics Fringe TV, and you can, if you go there, a lot of people go, well, what's your Spotify? What's your YouTube? What's your TikTok? What's your Facebook? But if you go on our website, you can listen to our entire new CD. You can check out our new comic on our website. However, you want anything more than that, you have to pay for it. Listen,
I
listen.
love it.
I mean, I don't make these decisions. However, and I'm sure we'll get to this, we fired our entire staff this album around. I mean, we don't have any representatives. We don't have any managers. We don't have any bookers. It's all us this time around. We decided that we were going to do it the way that we want. But on our website, if you want to listen to our new album, Threatening the Order, in its entirety, you go to thelunaticsfringe.tv. You can listen to the whole album.
Okay.
It's available for purchase, but I'm saying it's the only place. We're doing it a little bit different this time because we would release singles, and there's been multiple singles that we've put out on YouTube and Spotify and all those other things. But if you want to listen to our CD in its entirety from Threatening the Order, you can go on our website, thelunaticsfringe.tv. You can listen to the whole thing.
All right.
I mean, a little bit different. I don't know anybody else that's doing this, but you can do it that way.
Well, that's good. I like that. And I went there and I checked out. Now, isn't this the third installment of the book?
That's exactly correct. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Now, let's go back to the kind of the first book, or maybe before that even got to print or you started doing it. Let's see, to explain to the people. No, capital N, capital O.
Yeah, the party of no.
Yeah, the party of no.
This is a group that's been on our tails, and you know what? You may have seen them at some other shows. I mean, that's what people don't know is, back in the day, back in the early 90s, early 2000s, you show up to a Marilyn Manson show, you show up to a Slayer show, you show up to, you know, whatever. And there would be multiple groups that would be protesting
Oh yeah,
the event and going like, oh, we don't agree with their lyrics, we don't agree with the way that they're presenting themselves, we don't agree with our music. Man, I'm
right.
going to tell you right now, the party of no has cornered the market.
I
Um,
agree.
yeah, I mean, as far as those type of people that you remember from your childhood, everybody's become a little bit more progressive,
Yeah.
and you go to concerts, and it's not quite what it used to be. But I'll tell you right now, I would almost guarantee it. I can't say for sure, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you have people that show up to your shows that are protesting your event, they're probably people of the party and no, which they want to stop rock and roll music. They want to
That's
stop creative expression.
true.
I I don't know. Maybe it's just because of the specific shows that I go to, but every show that I've gone to where somebody's picketing, somebody's, trying to protest the event, it's always been the party of no.
Yeah.
And we're just trying to shed light on this individual. You remember the Westboro Baptist Church? This is like the current equivalent of that, basically. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on. Right on. So now you're able to put a lot of your expressions and words into the books, aren't you?
Personally, or you mean as a group?
Well, probably is more as a group, I would think. But is there
Oh
some
yeah,
personal
of
stuff?
course, of course, because as a group and as a band, everybody has their own conflicting ideas and arguments and opinions about everything. But as far as what we believe in, as far as free speech, as far as we believe in, as far as rock and roll music, yes, absolutely 100%.
Well, good, good. Yeah, there's four of you in the band, isn't there?
That's right. There's Cello, Anonymous, Brumby, and yours truly, Mr.
Yours
Fringe.
true. Yes. Now, and since I've talked to you since Mr. Fringe, you guys out playing much?
Actually, the last two shows have been canceled. I don't know why.
Hey, what's up
I
with that?
don't know why. I don't know what happened. But we actually had an album release party that was scheduled for mid October, and it was going to be a pre-release of our album, and then we were
Okay.
going to do a mid November second party release, but both of those got canceled. I don't know if it has anything to do with the party. I don't know if these venues are struggling because, as you know, it's been very heavy and
Yeah.
very difficult ever since COVID. I mean,
Oh yeah.
it's not like it used to.
No.
Back in the whatever you want to call it, you guess my age. I mean,
Stone
back when I
Age.
was growing up, um, we just went to places,
Oh yeah.
and people showed up, and it was like whatever happened happened. And
That's
there were
right. We didn't
multiple
think.
bands that showed up, and we were like, we either like them or we don't. But now it's absolutely insane. And I just talked about this a couple weeks ago to my band. I go, um, I not even to my band, but there was a young, very talented musician on Facebook that posted in the Chicago music group, and she goes, "How would a emerging artist, get started, start doing whatever?" And I said, "Well, um, I go, I I don't mean to discourage you, and I don't hope to discourage anybody that wants to get involved with music. But in the
Mm.
Chicago music scene, I go, if you haven't been moving at a snail's pace and you're in a cover band, um, you don't have a lot of chance. Because I'll tell you what, you every Friday, Saturday, even Sunday night, you can go to any band around the corner.
Oh,
And
yeah,
you know what? They're making more money putting on the sports game. They're putting more money on with karaoke nights,
yeah. Oh,
which
yeah.
I, that's insane. And then these I'm gonna try to edit my. I know I don't need to edit myself in front of you, Big Al, but
No,
these
not at all.
these these tribute bands, these cover bands, you know, nobody wants to hear your original music.
Mm.
It
No,
doesn't
no.
matter if you're extremely talented. People want to hear music they know. People want to go to places on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday night and be a part of something.
Yeah.
And whether that is a sports game, a karaoke night where everybody can sing along with the words, or a part of a tribute band where once again everybody knows the words.
Words, yeah.
Um, I mean, if you're an original artist, we just don't have the venues
No.
anymore that highlight original artists where you can go there any night of the week
Yeah.
and go and see an original artist.
Hmm.
And we've tried to sort of manipulate the market in ways of how we do things. And we're like, we're only going to go to cash bars because in
Right.
cash bars, everything is cheaper. They have better drinks, they have better specials, they have better whatever. And the people that are showing up to those places, you know, they're going there because it is a congregational place that they can meet after work, before work, place
Yeah.
that they can say, honey, I'm just at the grocery store, but really
Right.
they're at the bar, you know,
Right.
and you know, whatever. We're looking at cash bars because it's always a built-in marketplace and nobody cares who the people are up on the whatever. If you have a
Um,
cash bar, you're going in there with cash in
just
your pocket, you're
right.
willing to spend it, and you know, they like their bartenders, they like the establishment, they like the location,
Right.
to proximity of where they are to where they're going. And we've been looking that more because I mean everything has just become so bastardized and so big, you know? It's these
Yeah.
event nights, these
Oh,
DJs, you
DJ
know,
night.
whatever.
Yeah. It's crazy. I think about it, back in the day then it was a lot different, because we were, I was booking 4 or 5 original bands a night on Fridays and
Yeah.
Saturdays and sometimes Sunday, and we'd pack the house. Now I don't even think we'd get
Oh yeah.
20, 30 people in the door with 4 bands. No, it's
I
it's
mean,
that
Al,
bad.
I mean, I don't mean to undersell us on your podcast. Obviously, you're trying to get us more exposure and trying to make us sound bigger than we are. Thank you. But I mean, the case of the matter is, it's just not happening. Things weren't what they used to be. I mean, we used to
No,
go to a place and it was like, God, they got good bartenders, they got good drink specials, they've got food specials. We'll just go there because whatever. And
right,
if
yeah,
a phenomenal band shows up, we're gonna remember that band.
true,
We're gonna
very true.
remember what they did. But
Yeah,
no, it's like if you can't bring less than 25 people, we don't want anything to do with you. I mean, that's
true.
the way the Chicago market is. I don't know how it's up, how it's there with up by you guys, but I mean, like that's the Chicago market.
Yeah, it's bleeding over here too, my friend. I can only think of 2 or 3 venues that bring in just original music in this town that is left out of a
Yeah,
lot. So it is ridiculous, it very much so, and that's why I keep doing this, to get your music and story as much as their story and music out there, because it needs to be heard, man. Definitely
Yeah.
needs to be heard. Definitely. So don't leave the interview, people. And when you do, you go check out the Lunatics Fringe music.
I
Listen
mean,
to.
honestly, Al, there are people from my childhood that I went to these venues. I still remember their names to this day. I don't
Yeah,
know whatever happened to them, but I
yeah.
followed them on MySpace and
In
Facebook
my
or whatever.
space.
And there's a band called Vitriol that hasn't done things in multiple years. I love them. Sounded good. I mean, they had a guitar player that rivaled Dimebag Darrell. I mean, I know that's a
Unbelievable.
controversial thing to say, but he was that good. There was a band in my early youthful days in LaPorte, Indiana, at a place called Java Jim's, called Metal in the Microwave.
Battle in the microwave.
And yeah, I still think about this band to this day. I mean, but how many bands can you say that now? How many bands have you
Right.
gone and you've seen and just been a part of whatever they were doing in whatever venue that they were doing? I mean, it's
Yeah.
non-existent now.
It is non-existent, and I think the ease of being able to just put your music anywhere and everywhere is kind of hindering people that really need work still with whether they're playing an instrument or they're vocalists. Some people think they sound good, put it out there, and expect to get a lot of followers and sell their songs. It doesn't work that way in real life, people. You need to practice, 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 and do, and earn
Well,
these
you know
moments.
what? Even worse is I've seen and you know what? Up here in Chicago, I mean, it's become a popularity contest. I mean, I know a lot of people are not going to like me to say that, but there have been multiple bands that we've even played with, and I'm not going to name any names because I don't want that hate coming down on me. But there have been multiple bands that we played with where, my God, the instruments were out of tune. The
Ooh,
predominantly female singers have not been that great, but they got a lot of friends and family that
right,
show up
right.
to the gigs. So I mean, I don't know.
Figure I don't get it, Mr. Fringe. I don't get it, man.
Yeah.
So, I owe you a big thank you for I received
Oh my God, for what?
special gifts. Some Lunatic hot sauce here. Oh my! I don't dare open it yet because I know you're trying to burn my guts out, Mr. Fringe.
That's
Oh
it.
my!
Oh
That's
my
it right
God.
there.
I'll tell you what. If you do open it, you will get your guts burned out.
Flames coming out my ass right
Yep.
on.
That's right.
And then I got the Resurgence CD. Got me.
That's right. You got that.
Oh, great stuff.
Did you get the album as well?
Just the CD, just the CD. But I
Just
want to.
CD. Well,
But I
we
want
might have sold out of the albums, but you know what? We've got you on a list. We've got you on a list, and I don't know if you know. Um, I know a lot of people do this. Oh, you're in the same state. You must know each other. There's another guy named Pop Van Zant at just north of you.
Oh, really?
Absolutely. Yeah, he's a comic book guy. He's a hard rock guy. Love the absolute shit out of him. And we've been making notes of the people that have treated us well, the people that have interviewed us, in a respectful manner. And dude, we got packages for all
Oh,
of you coming
well,
soon.
I appreciate that package right there. Great stuff.
And
Great
you
stuff.
know what? You might as well open it that hot sauce now so that you can expect a much worse hot sauce that's gonna burn your asshole even more.
I'm gonna have to get my knife because I can't peel this off.
Well,
They definitely seal it so no minors can get into this. So.
that's right. Yeah.
Oh. Are you still doing the hot sauce?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Cool, cool, my friend. Cool,
I
cool.
mean, honestly, that makes us more money than anything else. I mean, what in a fucked up world of music is that? You know,
Right.
we're making more money doing hot sauce than we are doing music.
Oh man, it's fucking shame.
Yeah.
Unbelievable, man. It is. And why we're because I was going to talk about back then. I don't know if you still do it, but once in a while you do a rant and you'll post it.
Oh. Um. Okay, so I'm not in charge of who posts it or not. Again, we've fired all the managers. We followed all. We fired all the people that were in charge of everything. But I sent everything to the other three members in my band, and I
Okay.
go, "This is up to you if you want to post it or not." I give them rants every couple of days, so
Okay.
I just they haven't posted any in a while, so
Right.
but
Well,
but I still give them rants every couple of days.
well, I'm going to give you something to rant about, and this is something that
Oh,
you've talked about. Here we go. Rock is dead.
oh my God!
Yeah,
What
I want to
horse
hear
shit is
this.
this?
Tell me about your thoughts on that phrase there that some people use. A lot of people.
Well, you know what? I'll give you a counter argument first,
All
based
right.
off everything that I just told you. As far as local music is concerned, I would say that rock is dead in the local music scene, and I I have so many friends across multiple states, all over the country, and they're all telling me the same thing. They're like, it it's rock music is dead as far as original music trying to come up and trying to do their thing. If
Yeah.
you don't get, you know, highlighted on like an American Idol or a Shark Tank or some sort of bullshit thing like that, I mean,
Right. No, I agree.
and
Definitely.
and and
And
the best we've got right now is TikTok. If you
I don't
can,
even.
I Al, I know, neither do I, but I'm saying you and I are gonna have to both change our tune as far as that's concerned, because that's the new wave of media.
I know it is, unfortunately, my
I don't
friend.
want to either, but
I don't like change, especially when it was really good.
that's
But
right. I mean, what happened? What
right,
happened?
what happened? We went to sleep, woke
Everything
up, and
was
let.
so good.
Exactly. And now when people do say rock is dead, yeah, I see that. But I look back in our era when the rock bands that were up there, like Kiss, the Stones, the Who, on and on. I mean, those were idolized rock bands that still are to this point. But the bands nowadays can never achieve that status. I feel because of all of what's going on with computer age.
Right. I mean, you've got so much exposure. Anybody with a laptop can put something on their computer, and
Yeah.
I mean, there was a guy. I don't know if you know about this, but there was a guy that it was multiple years back, but he booked an entire like tour, and nobody showed up. I mean, this guy was so good with marketing, but nobody showed up to his concerts. I feel
Nobody
like
showed up.
that's where we're at now. So I mean, and I've been real curious. I've talked to, like I said, I've got multiple friends, multiple different states that have said, we're doing this, we're doing that, and I go, is it just a Chicago problem? Is it a Michigan problem? Is it an Indiana? Is it a Midwest problem? Is it a I don't know. I don't know. But everybody that's come back and said something, they're like, no, no, it is, dude. Like hip hop and pop are what's
What's
big right now.
it is.
So with this album, I don't know if you were gonna bring this up, but with this album, we go, we're gonna put out a pop song. We're gonna put out, let's give the people what they want. And maybe if they listen to, you know, the four chord general, whatever, I'm sure you've
Right.
seen those clips of the Jokers online.
Oh,
That
yeah.
it's like, oh, a four chord song. You can play. if you just learn these 4 chords, you can learn every big hit that's ever existed in the
Right.
history of rock. So
Yes.
you know what? We jumped on the bandwagon, and we were like, you know what? We're not above selling out.
Right. There you go.
If we need to sell out, we'll sell out.
Right on, man. Right on, Mr. Frizz. I
I'm just
like that.
telling you, we'll sell out.
Can't beat them, might as well join them.
That's right.
There you go. And he will meet you in the alley to do this deal too with you people. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Fringe will
Yep.
be in the alley greeting everybody. This is
That's
great
right.
stuff.
But yeah,
Uh,
you come on. You know.
I'm just waiting for the hooker to walk by.
Well, she came by about a half an hour ago. Before you showed up, I got the deed done. I did it. I closed the deal. I'm sorry. You know what? You brought it up, so I thought, if you wanted
Yeah,
to
I
bring
did.
it up, I'll bring it up. But yeah, I closed that,
Close it. Let's
and it
close and
was
get out of
great.
here.
It was great. It really was.
Good, good. I'm glad to hear that, Mr. Fringe. I
Yeah,
want to know
it
everything.
was. I had a grand old time.
Great old time, sweet. Oh my God, of tears.
Oh yeah,
Now, third storybook coming out, and this is also your third album CD that's coming out.
that's it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, yeah. I'm liking that. Now, is there? Well, I'm sure there is. Are you going to continue with the storyboard? Number 4, number 5, number 6.
Of course. Every album that comes out, it's gonna have a story, and really, again, like I told you last time, it's nothing but a biography.
Yeah.
We're just documenting our lives in character at this point. So,
All right. Well,
and that's
cool. Well,
go
I
ahead.
still listen to the tunes, and my favorite one still is Brumby's Ballad.
Okay, all right, yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I like that. And then the other one would be Switch
Wow. Okay, so those are your top 2.
at the moment.
Okay. What do you think about that harmonica solo in Switch?
To be honest, I don't
Did
remember.
it remind you of Aerosmith when, they decided to do a harmonica thing?
Yeah, that brought me right back to Aerosmith. Right on,
That's it.
yeah.
Dream on, baby.
Who's doing the harmonica?
Yours truly.
Yours truly.
Yep.
Ah, so you
That's
did
it.
this.
It's funny if you go back and you look at, and I know that we sent it to you, our last album. It
Yeah.
said, Mr. Fringe, um, and as far as like instrumental or whatever, it said saxophone, but there was no saxophone on the last album, and I don't know who put that in there.
Wow.
They know
Let me
that I enjoy playing saxophone on my own,
on your own.
and doing my own thing. And they were like, well, and I'll
Somebody.
tell you what, this is an Al Brady exclusive. There's no saxophone on this. There's no saxophone on this album either. But there is harmonica.
There is the harmonica. That sounds like
Yeah,
a sax.
yeah.
That's great. Now, I want to touch back. I asked you some fun questions in our last interview. I don't know if you remember them in your answers, do you?
I don't know. It depends on what you're about to ask me.
Well, we're going to go to this matter here. I brought up embarrassing moments that might have happened to you or the band. And do you remember your reply to that?
Yes, yes.
Yes, let's talk.
I said that there was a show that the Party of No infiltrated our show. They must have injected me with something, and I got naked during that show.
Willie
Is
hanging
that what
rope.
you're talking about?
Yeah, Willie hanging out. Yep.
Yep.
Yep, that's the one. Hmm.
Yep.
So they got 3 of you. Did they get the 4th yet?
Not yet. Not
It's
yet. Not yet. But it's very close.
very
Very
close. I
close.
love.
No. I mean, you will have to read the comic, and you'll see what happens. But I mean, it's very, very close. And you know what? You're gonna get access to that before anybody else.
Sweet.
So
I
you'll
want it.
understand what I'm talking about when I'm referring to that now.
Right, right. Just the people out there, if you go out and drink and party, cover your drink or just watch your surroundings because you might end up like Mr. Fringe and the others with your clothes off dancing around. You don't know what's happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, you know what? I mean, crazier things have happened. This
Very
isn't
great.
this isn't a big story that needs to be put out in the news. But I'll tell you what: if somebody wants to put it out there and get money for it, and
Yeah.
I'm
I
sorry,
think,
there's a girl in the distance right now. She's showing her butt, and
oh,
no, I'm not gonna. Ow!
oh,
I'm not gonna
hey.
turn the camera.
Yeah,
Somebody
my
just
wife
showed
will
me her
kill me.
butt. Yeah, you never know what's gonna happen in the alley, right?
You don't know what's going to happen.
I
Oh,
got a
boy.
little bit distracted there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm back.
I,
I'm full on. I got it.
he's with me. He's back. Mr.
Yeah,
Fringe is back.
yeah. I'm back.
Oh, man. So, are you planning any type of release for this new CD and book? Are you going to try to do a venue release or no?
Well, that's what we're depending on you, Mister Albrady.
Okay.
Because we had an album release party planned um, for right before Halloween. We were gonna do it, and then we were gonna do a follow up with the same promoter or whatever, and I think November 13th or something like that. And
Oh,
both of those gigs got canceled. But I mean, this is I if anybody else wants to do an interview, I mean, look, we don't have a lot planned right now, but I'll talk to anybody
you'll talk to
about
Mr.
anything.
Mr.
And
Fringe isn't shy. No, he isn't.
oh no, I'll tell you whatever you want to know. I just told you some lady showed her ass in front of me 2 seconds ago.
I consider that PG coming from you.
Well, I'm just telling you right now. If I were to turn the camera around, I'm not bullshitting you. It happened. It happened. I don't care if you don't believe it. It happened. It was right here. She just left the room. It happened. It happened.
It does happen, man. It does
Sorry,
happen.
it did happen. She
It
was
did
right
it.
here. I just
One
saw
of
her.
your one of your fans walking by, my friend.
She was. Well, she's my favorite right now. I mean,
She's my favorite.
for multiple reasons. All right. Next question. Next question.
Oh, next question. Oh, my goodness. Now, besides coming on my podcast, are you doing any other shows or in the press or your songs able to slip into
No,
community
no,
radio?
no, no,
No.
not at the moment. We have been in talks with a representative from Iowa City that we've held close to our hearts. That is Representative Gabe's and Wildwood out there. That we want to do a show with them. We want to get a full like hour interview. We want to get the whole thing with
All right.
them.
Cool.
So we're in talks right now, but
All right, cool, cool. Well, you're just my neighbor across the pond. You know, you make it over here to GR, and I'll get you a gig book. I will. I
Al,
like,
don't tempt me with a good time. I will be. We will be there, and I'll make sure the rest of the guys fall in line. Yeah,
and I'll
and
make sure
if you've got something in mind, I mean, honestly, listen.
you never know.
As far as original music, if you've got more than 10 people, I'll scale it back. If you got more than 5 people that'll show up, we'll play.
There we go. We might have Mr. Fringe and the Lunatics Fringe come to Grand Rapids, Michigan. I will do some talking, see
We'd
what I
love
can
it.
do.
We'd love it. I
So,
love Grand Rapids, Michigan. By the way,
oh, well,
I
cool, man.
as I don't know if you know this, but Mr. Fringe grew up in Indiana.
You
So
grew up in Indiana, huh?
yeah,
Whereabouts?
about 45 minutes southeast of Valparaiso in Michigan City,
Okay, Michigan.
in
All
a
right.
small county called Stark County.
Stark, kind of. That sounds
Yep.
small.
Well, the reason it might sound familiar to you is years ago we were the number one meth producing county in the entire country. So
Whoa!
I mean,
Wow!
I don't have anything to do with that, but you know, and sure, it's not something to be proud of, but
no.
we don't have anything else. We might as well be proud of it if it puts us on the map. You know,
Right. Being a small town, a lot of farm animals.
sure, yeah.
Oh, you know where I'm going to
I
go. I
felt
don't
like
think
that was a trick question. I don't know what you mean by that, Al.
I'll.
I've never
I'll
fucked
just
any
say.
of them. If that's, I'm sorry. Do we need to cut here? I've never fucked any of the farm. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Fringe is hiding the goat poker's jacket, ladies and gentlemen. He does not want to put
That's
it on
right.
display.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Sorry, Al. I love you, bud. You can cut that out.
I
I
get you,
swear to
Mike.
God, you can cut that out. I'm sorry.
I'll
Just
cut
trying to
that
make a
out.
joke.
Not. That's fun. Yeah, we've been talking. Oh my goodness, almost time to leave. I don't want to do that. But what I did want to chat about, and you were chatting about it earlier about the business and stuff. But one of your songs, it is AFPS.
Yes.
The
Another fucking pop
lyrics.
song.
The
Yeah.
lyrics, yes. The lyrics I have right in front of me here, and I would like to read it to the people out here because it makes
Please.
a lot of
Yeah,
sense. All right.
please.
Let me see if I can do this without screwing up. I only went to third grade. Here we go. All right. This is the lyrics from Lunatics Fringe. It's AFPS, the song. We play the music we want to play, but we can't seem to make anybody stay. The music's too loud, can't hear what you say. You're not worth the cover you expect us to pay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys, but you don't bring a crowd. Your voice is too rough and the amp is too loud. People want to hear music they know. It's not a good fit. Good luck next time, though. Okay. Oh, but you can't go wrong with just another fucking pop song. Oh, you just can't go wrong with another fucking pop song. Your obscured idea is never going to work. Your chords are all wrong, and you're kind of a jerk. Hey. I hear your strokes, so you know what my mind is, songs, but they all sound too stale. Can't even take advice. That's the way you're going to
That's why you're gonna fail. Yeah.
That's right. That hit me right there. It nails it right on the spot, my friend. It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely, man. Mr. Fringe, I'm glad we got to do this again. A lot of fun, my friend.
Well, hold on. I got a couple questions for you. I know
Oh,
you're on a
shit.
strict time frame, but I want to ask you a couple questions. Is that okay?
Fire away.
All right. So we sent you the song lyrics. I believe we sent you the album. What is your favorite song from the album this far?
Uh, I honestly didn't get a chance to check out the new album because what I came across had Brumby's Ballad in it and stuff like that. So I think
Okay.
that was the old CD, wasn't it?
No.
Brumby's Ballad's on the new one?
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I checked it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm digging. I like the heavy stuff, and that just got that punch to that, rock and roll that you do, man. It's just great, and it's your style. Is a great style. Yeah.
So this album was very personal to me, and
Okay.
um, it was based off of the late great Rod Serling
Oh, really?
from the Twilight Zone,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
every single song on the album is based off a Twilight Zone album.
Really?
Um,
I didn't put two and two together.
yes, yeah. So um, there are multiple songs that I mean they're all special to me. They're
Yeah.
all good, I think. Um, but I was curious to see what your favorite were, and you said Brumby's Ballad, right? That's
And
what you just
switch.
said. Yeah.
Hmm.
So Brumby's Ballad was based off of a Twilight Zone episode called Nothing in the Dark.
Nothing in the dark. Okay, cool.
So I encourage you, if you've never seen it, there's an episode of the Twilight Zone called Nothing in the Dark,
Okay.
um, which is about a basically a recluse woman that is afraid of death,
Okay.
and people come in. They've torn down every building around her, and they're like, "Why are you still holding on to this place? It's dilapidated. It's
Right.
terrible." Like, and she doesn't want to welcome anybody in
Hmm. Okay.
because she's afraid of death, and so every person that knocks at her door, every person that comes and wants to have a conversation with her, she goes, "You're Mr. Death." um, and I don't want to have anything to do with that. And so
Hmm.
our idea was Brumby, are very um, youthful. We call him, you know, um, the child of the band, basically.
Okay.
Um, he's very youthful. He's very whatever. He's very carefree. And so this song was like, what do you do when you come face to face with death? And the whole overarching theme of the song is there's nothing in the dark that wasn't there in the light.
That's true. That's a good way to
So
put it.
there's
Very
nothing
true.
there's nothing to be afraid of. You know?
No.
You
No.
just go from one thing to another. You go from one transition to another. And death, it doesn't stop there.
No. Don't.
Once once you die, you just go on to the next plane, and
Hmm.
and you do what you do there. And who's to say that once, yeah, when you were alive, um that you weren't just as much um a pinnacle part of being alive than you were dead. You know,
True.
I don't know. This might not make any sense to you. It might not make. Maybe I'm explaining it entirely wrong, but I mean, like, basically, nothing ever ends, man. Nothing
No.
ever ends. You can keep the fun going. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter because we don't know what happens when we die.
No,
You
we
know,
don't. So keep a positive outlook because you just
that's
don't
it.
know.
That's
You
it.
just don't know. So yeah, be merry and be merry when you're dead. Keep going
Yeah,
on, man. Keep going on.
yeah.
Do your thing, man. I
Al,
love
I,
it.
I hope that we can have an interview once I'm dead, and you want to interview me once I'm dead. You know,
We will
just
do
saying
that.
it could happen. It could
It could
happen.
happen. When we hit the astral plane, I'll find you and we'll do an interview.
That's it.
Mr. Fringe, I wish we didn't have to go, but we do, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for coming on again, brother. It's great to
From the
see you
bottom
and
of
talk
my
to you.
heart, you, like I said, I'm sorry to interrupt you. You are in my top three favorite interviews of all time, even before we had this one today. And you know what? You might be in the top two now. I mean,
Whoa, I like it. Yeah.
you know what you're doing. You know the questions to ask. You're very. It's just like having a conversation, man. And you know what? I hope that more people adopt that. Like even big bands.
I agree.
It doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be. This is what it is. This is what it isn't. Just have a good time. Just have
Just
a
have
good time. You know
that's
what?
all it's
And you're
about.
and you're a good time, man. We
Thank you,
love
my friend.
you. We appreciate you. We respect you. We look at you even when you're not looking at us. And by the way, I don't think that's ever been a case because we've been watching our the posts that we've been putting out. You like every single one of them. You're right
Yeah.
on board. You're looking at
Yeah.
everything. You're doing everything, and we do the same thing with you. So thank you, Al.
Well, thank you, Mr. Fringe, for the compliments. I love it. It means a lot to the heart, brother. It does. It does. So let's get you back on in 6 months or so, and let's find out what else is going on and what's happening in the alleyway,
I
okay?
can't wait.
All right, Mr. Fringe. Everybody on podcast land, I appreciate you checking out the interview with Mr. Fringe. Check out the Lunatics Fringe. Where can they find you? Is it .com?
The Lunatics Fringe TV, the Lunatics Fringe.tv. You can listen
.tv.
to our whole new album. You
All
can
right, go
go
check it
there
out.
and you can listen to our whole new album if you go to thelunaticsfringe.tv. You can listen to
Excellent.
every single song that we put out with this new album in its entirety, which a
All
lot of
right.
bands don't do. They'll
No.
give you 30 seconds, they'll give you 45 seconds, they'll do whatever. We're giving you the entire song if you want to listen to it. And if you like it, you can go ahead, you can purchase it.
Yeah,
If you
do
want to
that.
wait until the album comes out, we put a lot of time, we put a lot of effort into our physical media. But
I do.
we're giving people the chance to listen to our songs in its entirety.
Correct.
But on our site, you can go and you can listen to the singles that we put out on YouTube and whatever, and we appreciate that. But go to our site, thelunaticsfringe.tv. You can listen to our entire album in its entirety.
Great. All right, so go check out the lunaticfringe.tv. Check it out. All right, we're going to get out of here, Mr. Fringe. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon, brother. All right?
I can't wait until the next time we meet. Thank you so
Oh,
much, Al.
me either. All right, everybody out there, take care. Peace. We're out of here.
Peace.
Peace.